So with mission progress being reset for DMC Season 2, if you're new around here, or if you want to complete the challenges again, here is the fastest way to complete the White Lotus Tier 1 faction missions in Warzone DMZ Season 2. If you go on to find this video useful, be sure to leave a like so that other people can find the video too, and feel free to check out my other Season 2 guides for Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone, like leveling up the Battle Pass, leveling up weapons fast, that kind of thing. There'll be timestamps in the description if you're struggling with a specific mission, but without further ado, let's get into the guide. So completing the Tier 1 missions for White Lotus will get you 40,000 XP, a bunch of rewards like keys, contraband weapons, an XP token, the stone's throw weapon blueprint, that kind of thing, and also it'll give you progress towards the upper tiers. So once you complete this, you can go on to complete other tiers, and for example, if you complete the Black Moose Tier 3, it will get you a second insured weapon slot, so it's really useful for DMZ. So let's start off with the first mission then, which is Make Contact, and for this, the first objective is to use your TAC map with the whatever button on the system you're using. So for example, for me, it's the middle trackpad button on the PlayStation controller. So use that button on your TAC map and ping a contract phone. So literally open the map, find a green phone icon, there's tons of them throughout the map, for a contract, and press up on the D-pad while you're hovering over it to ping it for yourself and teammates to mark it for them. That will complete that. The second objective in that mission is to find a contract phone and download the intel. So this is really complicated wording, but literally all you want to do is go up to a contract phone, any one you can find. So for example, the one you've just pinged, but it doesn't have to be, and then hold square or X to interact with it, which will download the intel from the phone to start the contract. Basically, you're just starting the contract. It's really simple. Then the third part of the faction mission is to successfully complete a contract. So literally do any of the green contracts you find. So for example, the one I did was the secure nuclear material contract. So what you do if you complete that one, you go to a toolbox, grab a Geiger counter, then head to 2 green circles. When in the circle, you use your Geiger counter and you hold the TAC equipment button. So for example, L1 on PlayStation, and you want to move around until the radioactivity counter increases. When it's very high, you're close to the container, and then you can open the stuff and you can get the stuff out of that container, and that's the first part. Then you want to do the same for the second green circle, and then you're done. So that was the mission I did, but you can do any contract you want, just try and find an easy one. Simple as that. Then mission 2 is hostiles located. So the first thing you want to do is ping 5 enemies with whatever button you're using. So for me, it's up on the D-pad for PlayStation or Xbox. And what you want to do is you want to look at an enemy, and like I said, press up on the D-pad while you're looking at them. This will highlight them with a red marker for you and the teammates, and it'll make a noise to know you've pinged them. Do this 5 times. It's as simple as that. I think it also counts if teammates do it for you, so it doesn't just have to be you. Incredibly easy to do in one match. And then the next one is to kill 5 enemies. Again, this is very simple. Just kill any 5 enemy AI you see in any way you can. Really simple, not too complicated. And then after this, you want to pick up 1 weapon in a deployment. Now this might sound confusing, but this literally just means go up to a weapon dropped by an enemy AI, pick it up for yourself and use it. It's simple as that. And then you've completed mission 2. So for mission 3, which is Cashier, the first objective is to open a cash register. So you want to go to any commercial building, so for example the airport, a shop, a gas station, whatever, and you will normally see at least 1 cash register in that commercial building. You want to go up to it, hold square or X to interact with it, it'll open the cash register and it'll give you some cash. Simple as that, and you're done. The second objective is to acquire $10,000 in cash. So what you want to do is loot chests, dead enemy players, complete contracts, sell valuable items at buy stations, so especially like high value items, anything you can really to make $10,000. It's very easy and it can be completed across multiple games, so you don't have to all in one go, and also progress can be made from your teammates finding money too, so it's not just you, your teammates can contribute towards it. The final objective for this mission is to exfiltrate from deployment, and what this basically means is go to any of the blue running man icons on the map, hold square or X in the green smoke to initiate the exfil sequence. A helicopter will then take a little while to come in, land, and you have to get on the helicopter to exfil and leave the map, but just beware of enemy AI that come to attack you. Also, there might be actual other players camping around the exfil site to kill you, which can be very annoying. So look out for any enemies, try not to die. Easier to do this with teammates. If you're struggling to get this done like quite a way through the match, you can literally spawn in straight away, run straight to an exfil site. You don't have to wait, you can do it straight away and that will count as well. So that's fairly easy. The next one, mission 4, is Information Seeker, and for this you need to ping a UAV tower. So you want to open the map, find a UAV tower icon. There's many of them across the map and I'll show you on screen what they look like. You then want to press up on the D-pad to ping the UAV tower while hovering over it with your cursor. Simple as that. Then next we're doing the activate 2 UAV towers objective. So for this you want to go up to one UAV tower, so for example the one you just pinged, hold square X at the terminal to activate the tower. Once that's done, it'll be very quick. Repeat it at another UAV tower and you've done them both. Now just as a side note for this, after a cooldown period you can actually reactivate the same UAV tower you just did, but I think for this challenge it's unlikely to account. It wants you to do 2 different UAV towers, so hence you want to find another one on the map, or if you can't get it done in that game, do it in the next one. It doesn't have to be all in one game, but just ideally it shouldn't be the same 2 towers because it won't count. So moving on to mission 5, convenience. You want to, for the first objective, ping a vehicle on the tac map, so you can find any car, bike or boat on the map and press up on the D-pad to ping it while hovering over it with the cursor. The second objective is to fully refuel and repair a vehicle at a gas station. What you want to do is get in any road vehicle, drive it to a gas station, again you can find these on your map, and drive into the outside of the gas station by the pumps, and your vehicle will automatically start to repair and refuel as indicated by the progressing white bar popping up on your screen. Now as a side note, you don't have to actually be in the vehicle while it refuels or repairs, so you can get out and loot the gas station if you want. That's quite handy. So that's fairly simple. And then the third objective is to find and then use a gas can from your backpack while in a vehicle to refuel it. So basically inside the gas station or around the outside of the gas station there'll be at least one red gas can you can pick up. So have a look around, you'll find one quite easily. Ideally you could probably do this while your vehicle is refueling, get it all done at once. And once you've found one, get back in your vehicle and start driving it around. Then while you're driving or someone else is driving, open up your inventory and find the gas can, then press square or X to use the gas can to refuel the vehicle. It's as simple as that, and mission 5 is complete. Moving on, the next faction mission 6 is committed shopper, and the first thing you need to do is you need to sell a valuable item at a buy station. So you want to find any item when looting players or in buildings or loot chests or computers, fridges, whatever you can find. Once you found an item, you want to go to a buy station and click the sell valuables box, then sell your items, all the ones you've got. And for me this counted with an item that was worth around $40 to $50, so I believe any item of any money value will count. So it doesn't have to be over a specific threshold like $100, $200, $500, $1,000, whatever. Any cheap item will do. Just find an item and sell it at the buy station. Then while you're at the buy station, hopefully you've got a bit of money by now. Ideally you want to do this all in one go. You then for the next part want to, at the same buy station or any other buy station, go to the gear section of it and buy an item. Literally anything, something cheap like armor plates or something more useful like a gas mask or a backpack, whatever you need. And that's mission 6 completed. Now next, the final mission for the tier 1 Lotus missions is the Stronghold Reacquisition. This is a little bit more challenging, but I'm sure if you've managed everything up to now, you'll do fine. So first you want to acquire a Stronghold keycard. Now basically you need to go and kill lots of AI enemies, and eventually with random luck at some point one of them will drop a Stronghold keycard. This will appear as a blue glowing item on the floor. It's fairly easy to see, but there's no telling when you're going to get one. So it could be the first enemy you kill, it could be the 20th enemy you kill. You just don't know until you start killing. So kill as many enemies as you can, get your teammates to do it as well, and eventually you can find one. I believe you can also find them from looting chests and other things, but obviously it's less likely. It's much easier just to kind of kill enemies. And sometimes you can also buy one from the buy station 2 from the store for about $5,000, but it's not always an option, so probably just easier to kill enemies till you find one. Now if you've picked up a Stronghold keycard from a previous DMZ match and then exfilled with it, you should still have it available to use for another game straight away when spawning in next time. So even if you're not going to use the keycard, keep it with you, exfil, and then the next time you can always choose to equip it in your backpack, and then you can use it straight away rather than having to find another one. I only say that because the next objective in this mission is to clear a stronghold of enemy combatants. So first we found the keycard, you can either use it then and there in the match to complete a stronghold, or in another game you can either find another keycard again or equip the one that you exfilled with, and you automatically have that straight away in the next game. Then go to a stronghold, which is a white tower icon on the map, but make sure to have, I would say, at least 1 to 2 decent weapons, lethal equipment like a grenade, C4, whatever, stims to heal yourself, maybe a self-revive, a few armor plates, anything else you might need, and ideally some teammates too. You then want to use the key card you picked up earlier to unlock one of the doors. You can choose what door's best for you. Sometimes there's one on the first floor, which is quite good because that way you can infiltrate from the top, kill the enemies there, and then work down. That can sometimes be easier, but it's really up to you. And then basically once you open that door, get ready to throw a C4 or grenade, as there'll likely be a few guards with riot shields to kill. Alternatively, if someone distracts the guards, they'll turn to that person and then someone else can shoot them from the side or from the back when there's no protection. factions. It's much easier to do that rather than trying to take him head on by yourself. Then you want to slowly work your way through each room, clearing any enemies you come across, reloading when it's sensible, aiming down sight when going around corners, and taking cover as much as possible. Watch out for tripwires and traps too, as this can easily kill you, especially on things like stairs. They're really annoying, so make sure you watch out for them. They're near the floor, obviously. And eventually you will have killed all the enemies in the stronghold, and you will have completed this objective as long as you slowly progress without rushing through the whole stronghold. You want to be careful, as lots of other enemies will quickly flock to the stronghold after you've actually completed it, so get the hell out of there as soon as possible, otherwise enemies will keep coming and coming and coming, and you'll get ambushed quite easily. So once you've done that, the final objective is to extract the Legion deal intel found on the stronghold guards. Now, at least one of the enemies in the stronghold you killed will have dropped a paper folder called Legion deal intel. Often there'll be enough for 2 to 3 teammates, so potentially everyone in your game can complete this objective in one go. So once you've picked up this intel, get straight out there to avoid further enemies and head to an exfil zone. Again, this is the blue man icon on the map to leave the map. At the moment, simply picking up the intel will count for this challenge, so there's actually no need to exfil. I'm not sure if this is deliberately how the challenge is supposed to go, or if it's a glitch, but either way at the moment you just need to pick it up, although if it doesn't count, exfil and it will. So once you've completed the Stronghold mission, you've completed the Tier 1 White Lotus faction missions. So that's how to do it in Warzone Season 2 and DMZ. Now you can work towards other faction missions, and you'll have gained a ton of XP and cool rewards in the process. If you found this useful, be sure to leave a like, feel free to check out my other Season 2 guides, and why don't you subscribe by clicking the bell icon to stay up to date with all my latest Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone videos. Thank you so much for watching, hope you found it useful, and I'll see you guys on the next one.